Secondary transition evaluations are not a standalone evaluation. They are a part of that natural occurring comprehensive evaluation. So I might be moving forward with an evaluation or reevaluation for a student in 8th grade. We are looking at reevaluation criteria for autism spectrum disorders. And now, because she is in 8th grade, this is her naturally occurring comprehensive evaluation, we are going to add in the additional features of secondary transition assessments. In this evaluation, we are going to include at least 2 transition assessments. It's already going to occur before grade 9. So for in this example, we're doing it on the student in grade 8, and we're going to address post-secondary education and training, employment, and independent living. And once again, secondary transition evaluations cannot stand alone. They must be a part of that comprehensive evaluation addressing all of those areas. The transition assessments must not only identify needs, but we really need to take into consideration the student's strengths, preferences, and interests, especially as we're looking ahead to their future after graduation, after receiving their diploma. When discussing the 2 transition assessments, most individuals will use the forms that are listed on CMR. There's a variety of forms that you can take a look at. You can even make copies of them and use them when you sit down with your student. Additionally, some folks like to use the TRACS surveys as well. We have some great resources on our SpEd website that really outlines what TRACS is. TRACS is a website designed to support staff who work with secondary students on post-secondary transition needs. It has surveys, which we can use as a part of our special education evaluation. It has amazing rubrics for progress monitoring, IEP goals, and additionally activities for instruction. It's really a wealth of information, and it's worthy digging into, especially as you're supporting secondary transition students. We're going to go ahead and scoot on over now to SpEd forms and take a look at what this might look like for a student. So we have a mock student listed here. I've gone down to referral and evaluation as it's loading. So my referral and evaluation page has now loaded. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. We've already sent out our prior written notice of our proposal of what is going to be included in our evaluation. I'm going to click on Evaluation Report. In this mock student, we're going to pretend that the student is that 8th grade student. I'll scroll on down. We've got our post-secondary transition. I'm going to click right on it. And in this case, I'm going to delete that statement that says a transition evaluation is not applicable at this time. And just as a reminder, you always want to delete any of the brackets or the blue that you might see on any of these templates. That's really just some guidance and some information for you as the evaluator. That first little blurb just explains some of the background content of why we have to now start including this for our students before or during their 9th grade year. Talks about that there's both formal and informal data that's being collected to really determine the impact of the disability on the student's post-secondary goals. Talks a little bit about the 3 elements, which are post-secondary education training, employment, and independent living. And then, like I mentioned, anything in those brackets and in the blue helps us know where to locate other templates. So we're going to use the local test button to insert either the TRACS template, if I'm somebody who wanted to use that, and a template for any other of the secondary the post-secondary, transition assessment. So like a structured student transition interview. So let's go up and do that since I need 2 assessments. So I've clicked on my local tests. I'm going to scroll down to transition. And in this case, I completed the structured student transition interview. I'm going to go ahead and insert that. I'm just going to do a little bit of reorganization since I didn't quite mean for it to go at the top. Go ahead and put it down here after that introductory blurb. And then I'm going to take those assessment results that I completed with that student. I'd enter my name, my professional title, and the date. And that I completed this structured interview with the student, which really gathers some information about their strengths, preferences, and interests, and helps us identify some of those goals. And I'd encourage you to keep the template as is because it really guides you through those areas as indicated: post-secondary education and training, employment, and home living, taps on recreation, leisure, community participation. So it allows you to fill it in directly and copy over some of that information that you've gathered when you sat down with that student. So again, just to recap, secondary transition assessments are a part of a comprehensive evaluation. They occur, our local guidance is that they occur during the naturally occurring comprehensive evaluation in grades 7, 8, or 9, most definitely before the end of grade 9, and they must address post-secondary education and training, employment, and independent living.